in qualifying so far. It says he is 2/10 up on his lap. It would put him on provisional pole for now. But can he? Yes, he can. 25.806. It's good enough for now. But we look on and forward over to Bath Destroyer, the teammate of Jamie Cavagnini. Of course, Jamie was previously on pole position, 25.924. Bath Destroyer now looks up at that 25.806, saying to himself, I can have a good old crack at that. Let's see, into the final sector he goes, trying to put a good amount of throttle, applying the brakes smartly, as he now will round off his lap. Is it good enough? Can he go provisional pole? No, he can't. He missed up by milliseconds. Jamie Cavagnini! 25.749. He puts himself ahead of Hulkenberg, because it is 5 red lights. And it is green light, go, go, go. We go racing here in Britain, going down towards that first turn. Jamie Cavagnini getting off to a great start, but the Sauber looking for a move up the inside. He's not able to get it. Multiple drivers going off wide there. They're having a very rough turn. Going into that first turn, seeing the line and being able to adjust towards it. As we enter that first turn, and now we exit that first turn. The driver order is shifting all the way down at the bottom here. The Sauber now going up the inside of a couple of drivers. It's been Enboza who has left the session once more. As now down the straight, you can take a look at Aiden here. He's peeping for a move here on PRT Pistol, but he can't go for it. Down the straight, SKG Brewdog. Will he look to send it here on Alfie, just up ahead of him? I don't think he will. It's a very deep left right-hander, and he's gone off wide there, Alfie. And the Aston Martin's seen the opportunity, and he's gone and grasped it. And he's up into P5. Laps later here as Fox is getting overtaken here by Vaxi GG as Charlie Murphy goes down the inside on the Alpine as well. He collects his position. He's bumping the back there of the Ferrari as he's pushing and past the Mercedes here. Down the inside, Charlie Murphy goes on Aiden. Aiden looking to protect it around the outside. There's a bit of contact going on to the exit. But luckily for them, no fatalities as Charlie Murphy's able to keep ahead. Seems like people going on these softs, they might be wearing out very soon, and Hulkenberg is in the box. Oh no. 10-second time penalty. That is pretty much just going to rule Hulkenberg out of this race, folks. Here we go, though. PRT Pistol now going to be overtaking Vaxi GG here. Down the inside, he's looking to go. There's a bit of contact, though, as the McLaren's going to swoop in here at Finley Millard. Can he look for the move? Up the inside he goes, into that first turn, there's a bit of contact once more. Rough racing here, as the Alpine is going off the track. Maybe is that a push to pass? Can he get that reported after the Grand Prix? He's going to have to try and climb at that order a little bit more to challenge. Not only, down the inside goes Bosmius on Charlie Murphy here, and again going into this left-hander, and then to the tight right-hander. It looks like the Sauber's going to break deeper than that V-carb. He's going to want that position more. He's going to get it as well. With a 3-second time penalty, as Finlay Millard's going to go down the inside here of the Ferrari of TTV Vaxi GG. Now around the outside he goes. Can he keep it landing? Can he keep it a stick? I think he can. There's still side-by-side going to go onto the exit here. I think Vaxi has got the DRS on the McLaren. Around the outside the McLaren goes. Is there a bit of contact there? Oh, a slide by the Ferrari. Very dangerous. There was contact, and I think the McLaren's going to let the Ferrari go. He recognises his mistake, and he pays the price for it. We're looking for P7. He was looking up the inside, though, or defending the inside against the Ferrari. The Ferrari with a switchback maneuver outside the cops. That's a fantastic move there from Alex's Beast. And Finlay Millard, the man in P3 in the standings, was looking for a move. Instead, he's lost one. But can he gain it back? Going into the left-hander here, he's now going to go deep on the brakes here, the Ferrari. The switchback maneuver here could be reversed right back on Alex's Beast, going down the straight. Can he look for it? It's the Alpine there, PRT Pistol. It's wildly off track. Can the McLaren get close enough for the move on the Ferrari? I don't think he can. And he stays behind, and not for long, though. He sends up the inside here on the lap 12 of 13. There's a bit of contact, but that was never going to fully stick. And oh no, someone's off track there. That's Alfie. Alfie off track. I don't know why that's happened, but it has. And there we go. Finlay Millard still looking for it here on the last lap on Alex's Beast. He now looks for the switchback manoeuvre. He looks to return the favour here on that Ferrari. DRS and ERS being used. Down the straight we go into Baggett's and Beckett's. And I think the McLaren's just waiting out his options for now. Doesn't want to dive in for a move in a very dangerous couple of corners. Oh, it's a puncture for Alfie. I didn't even realise that, Carl. Fair play! That's something I didn't notice, though. Alex's Beast. Round there. and into a wall. Was that due to contact with Finlay Millard? I don't actually know. Is that just self-inflicted? I don't know. I was looking at the chat. But nevertheless, though, no matter what happens in that midfield battle, Jamie Cavallini has had an absolutely fantastic race, and he comes round that last turn to win the sprint race. Domination here in the sprint race, and he gets his mighty reward of the crucial points for the Red Bull. Across the line here for Finlay Millard, he is able to get his P7 as Charlie Murphy overtaking Pistol due to his 10-second time penalty. We'll see if he wins, as it is fire red lights. And it is green light, go, go, go. We go racing here in Great Britain as we go down into that first turn. Bath Destroyer going straight out to that P1 slot as the Aston Martin and the McLaren going side by side here. Big contact, massive contact there. And the Aston Martin of Brewdog going off wide, going into the grass. He's down into last place. Koyi being at fault for that potential mistake. That's massive, as now here we go. The McLaren's now very close to each other here in P3 and P4. Here's Bosmius getting an overtake there on Aiden. And so here we go. Finlay Millard going to go down the inside on his teammate. And down the inside goes the Sauber. And the Sauber has contact there with Koyi himself. Koyi still going to send up the inside as the Sauber again behind him. Still looking for a manoeuvre. He's not going to get it. But here comes Finlay Millard. He's off to a flying start here so far in Silverstone. He's now up into P3. He's side by side going into Cops. What's going to happen here? He's going to go down the inside. He's going to get the move potentially. They're still going to go side by side going on to the exit. Can they still keep it? Maggots and Beckett. It's very difficult to keep it clean here. But Finlay can. And he's up into those top spots. Very well done to him. As it was almost 3 wide there. It's 2 wide between the Saubers of each other. Hulkenberg and Charlie Murphy. As here comes TTV Vaxi GG. Going up the inside. And now around the outside. Getting the move. And he's completed it. Hulkenberg overtaken Bosmius as well. He's going down the straight. Alex's Beast has overtaken Bosmius as well. They're still side by side going on to the exit here. The Ferrari and the V-Carb. And Jamie Cavallini going to get the overtake here once more on Finlay Millard. Bath Destroyer still keeping his P1 slot. Alex's Beast overtaken Hulkenberg here. I think that's right on the outside going into Maggots and Beckett's. And it is. Good move there from the Ferrari. Now you just take a look here. It's a 4x4 really between the 2 Red Bulls. And, well, it used to be between the 2 Red Bulls and the McLarens. But the man in P2 in the standings, Koyi, has made a fatal mistake going onto the grass. He's now side by side with the Mercedes. Is he going to lose one more position as he turns into the Mercedes, looking for a switchback? He's not going to get it. He's down all the way into P11. That is a huge, huge loss of positions. You don't really need me to tell you that. Brewdog now spinning into that final few turns. He's all the way down into P14. He's going to use a little bit of ERS. Can he pull alongside of this McLaren? Has he got the straight line speed to do so? He has. He's going to opt for the inside line after McLaren protects the outside line. Around the outside, the McLaren looks to defend the position. But up the inside, Charlie Murphy will stick to it. And he's got it. P3 for the Kick Sauber. He now pulls ahead off of a championship contender. Down the straight. And it looks like there's a bit of streaks going on with this car there. Does that entail rain coming into this Grand Prix as Koyi overtaking Bosmius here? Just going into Cops. He's ahead of him going into Maggots and Beckett's. But that's a very interesting little note here, folks. You see those little streaks, kind of those clear streaks coming across that car? That does indicate that it is raining, and it is raining. It is 100% raining here in Britain. Is anyone going to make a big, monstrous call here as Alex is Beast, going very close to Charlie Murphy as, I think that's a V-Carb, in... Oh, massive moment for Alex's Beast. I don't know if he wanted the box or not, but if he did, I mean, that is genius. That was a massive moment going into that turn. Overtaking Finlay Millard as Bosmius is overtaking Aiden. And now Vaxi is overtaking Charlie Murphy. Around the outside he goes. There's a bit of contact going on to the exit. They lock tyres, slowing them both down. But Vaxi GG does get the overtake in the end. It could be really big. This could certify the win for Bath Destroyer. Coming round this last turn. He's going to have a really good exit here on the Kick Sauber as well. He might look for a move. Wow, that's a big gap. Up the inside goes Bath Destroyer into that first turn on the Kick Sauber. It's a very easy move. He's been eyeing up that move for a long time now, and he's got it. And I think that huge undercut was a Very well-timed pit stop there from Bath Destroyer. You're looking at the track, you think to yourself, oh yeah, that track is very wet, and it's going to come into handy here for Koi as he goes down the straight, down the inside of Alex's Beast, and he gets the move completed as DRS is now officially disabled. So, really, if you haven't unboxed for intermediates right now, you got to. Koi going into the pits, is that for new intermediates, or is this a very, very early and abrupt move to go to mediums when it's still raining? Don't think it's that. It should be for intermediates. I think people are just, yeah, intermediates again. I think people are just dipping off in their tyre wear now. Going to come out of the pit lane soon. Does he catch up at all really with the Red Bull? It's going to be decently close. Really close. Really, really close into the right-hander here between himself and the Red Bull. The Red Bull is just about ahead. Bath Destroyer is just about ahead of Koi. Of course, there is no DRS. It makes it harder to overtake. Koi's just got I mean, that undercut was good, and I'm telling you, if Bath Destroyer stayed out for one more lap, his race would be done right now. As Alex's Beast overtaking PRT Pistol here, as PRT Pistol could he look for a switchback manoeuvre, looking for the better exit rather than the better braking zone. No, he has run the outside. That's a massive lunge there from the Red Bull of Bath Destroyer. He's showing some immense confidence here. He's going to go up the inside. I think the Alpine's also going to let him go by. Koi, is he going to get that same treatment here from the Alpine? I think he's going to get a little bit more of a squabble up. As he goes down the inside into Cops. He does complete the move. PRT Pistol all the way down into P5. Bath Destroyer and Alex's Beast. Both going to go at it. And you know, Bath Destroyer is a very smart driver here. As long as he overtakes. DRS is enabled. It is drying up towards the end here. And DRS is going to be used right away here for Bath Destroyer to overtake Alex's Beast. Right down the straight. Finlay Millard overtaking Charlie Murphy here, going into Vale now, and Vale is proving very, very bad here for Charlie Murphy. He's been overtaken here by Aiden as well, as he has a bit of contact with the Alpine now of PRT Pistol. Up the inside, he goes to the Sauber. Sauber is losing potentially 3 in 1. Around the outside, the Alpine will still look to move on the kick Sauber, and he does complete that move. Very unfortunate scenes there for Charlie Murphy. But it is Koi, very close there to Alex's Beast. He looks to go potentially around the outside of him, and maybe a cutback, a switchback manoeuvre as we go down this little straight going into Cops now. He could be side by side going into Cops. Is there a Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton moment here? They are side by side. The nose is still in here for the McLaren. He's going to go up the inside here of Ferrari going into the Cops now, and Cops is very difficult for the Ferrari. He goes off the circuit. He rejoins back there, still side by side, but never mind. Koi is ahead, and he's still got the DRS ahead of him to Bath Destroyer, so we can still keep and within that gap between himself and the Red Bull. DRS is being used. I'm assuming ERS is being used. Yes, it is. Very nervous and tense moments here. Alex's Beast is now looking for the move. Round the outside, here he goes. On the 25th lap out of 26th, the penultimate moment here of this race. Now down the inside he'll go, going into the last chicane. They can't battle too long, otherwise Bath Destroyer will go ahead and he'll steal the win. He'll open a lead, but down the inside goes the McLaren. On the Ferrari once more, you can see the Red Bull just lurking behind, looking for position, looking for something to latch onto here. But still, they're still battling here. They're still close to each other, and a 1.8 second gap has been opened up between Koi himself and Bath Destroyer. Down the inside, the Ferrari goes once more on the McLaren. Can he keep it? Or maybe he's defending from the Red Bull, as the Red Bull of Jimmy Cavallini is going to go up the inside, going into the left-hander, going onto the straight. The Ferrari's going to have the DRS and potentially the ERS to try and look and certify a move ahead of Koi here. Here we go. Both the Red Bull and the Ferrari now going down the pit lane straight. Can he go for a manoeuvre here? Of course, down the inside goes Jimmy Cavallini. Can he steal P3? Can he steal a podium right at the end here in Great Britain? Going now into the right-hander. Can he steal maybe even a P2? Can he be even more cheeky here, Jamie Cavallini, at the very last moments here of a very enticing and grueling British Grand Prix? Going into Cops now. You can take a look at the Red Bull. Very, very close behind up the McLaren here. He's not going to bite. He's not going to look for the move. He wants to be smart in how he overtakes Koi here. Last moments of the race. Bath Destroyer, if he keeps his nerve, will win. But who's going to end up in that illustrious P2 slot here? Is it Jamie Cavallini? Is it Koi? Or is it Alex's Beast? Going down the straight here, DRS is being used. ERS is being used here from Alex's Beast. I don't think Jamie's close enough to Kohi to make any real impact. The Ferrari, will he send it? No, he won't. Jamie, is he going to go wide? Is he going to react to the pressure from the Ferrari? No, he isn't. He's going to stay in his slot. But I can't believe it. There's a gap opened up at the end of this race, and it's brilliant Bath Destroyer to win the Great British Grand Prix. Kohi will come around the last turn to finish in P2, 3 for Cavagnini, and 4 for Alex's Beast. A very tense last couple of laps, but it sees Bath Destroyer take the win at the end, a calculated win for that Red Bull. And he'll come home very happy with the 25 points. Aiming out the inside out from Finley Millard, and that was very close here on the very last turn of this race. Across the line, the McLaren will finish ahead of the Mercedes. Pistol overtaking, sorry, not overtaking, getting past Charlie Murphy, but he is behind him on the penalties. If you want to take a look at those penalties, well, you can't really right now because they finished. So, but Bosmius here is going to come across the line for P12. But your winner, Bath Destroyer.